It's exciting now because my life made a dramatic turn when I was in my 40s. You might recall that I had just gotten a graduate degree and was living in San Diego, still on welfare with a wild child. And I found a job. This job was me helping a telemarketing group. They were telemarketing mortgage refinances. And so what I would do is I would go into a group of people and train them on how to do sales, how to do telemarketing, and explain to them how mortgage refinances worked. This was a really good job, actually. You know, I got to get around, I got to fly to different places. It was good. One day I met a guy. I went to this house. All these people were in the living room, and I started training them on doing this skill, for lack of a better word. And he was so nice. Now remember, it had been 7 years since I had dated anybody. I really liked him. He was single. He lived with another guy in this house. Didn't know what that was. Maybe he was gay. But anyway, I really liked him. He was super nice. And he volunteered to help me with my marketing materials. And so I volunteered to help him with his giant piles that he had in his office, piles of mail that hadn't been answered in a couple months. The guy was kind of a paperwork mess, and I'm really good at that kind of thing. So we started collaborating, and we would go on the road together, drive to different areas, Hollywood, from San Diego, that kind of thing, and work together for this telemarketing business. It was really fun. And then one day he told me that he had been successful in network marketing. And I go, well, what's that? And no clue. And explained to me this process of getting a couple people to be involved in your sales organization who also got a couple people involved in the sales organization, and you made a commission on different tiers of commission. And I thought, well, that sounds pretty cool. And he asked me, what is it that you've always wanted to do? Well, I went back to that same thing I said to the guy at the Salvation Army. I want to be a teacher, speaker, minister kind of thing. And he said, well, then all we need to do is be successful in network marketing and you'll have an automatic audience. I was sold. I said, okay, great. What do we do? And he had found this company, a nutritional company that had just been launched because they changed the laws. Prior to 1994, the only people that really had access to information about dietary supplements were doctors and scientists, not the average lay person. The laws stated that the average lay person wasn't smart enough to be able to make their own decisions. So this law changed in 1994, and this huge industry of dietary supplements was born. I got very excited about this supplement. It actually transformed my weird PMS monthly cycles rage episodes that I had been subject to for so long. I'm sure part of it was the PTSD, but a lot of it was also just my hormones were out of whack. Took this great product, also happened to really help me with my asthma. And so I started doing workshops, little workshops for women on PMS, and started teaching. Remember, I understood statistics, I understood how to be a sales trainer, and I learned how to do presentations. We got further into this business and started to become successful. I can remember the very first time I got a check. Remember, I had been on welfare, right? So $1,000 check comes in the mail, and then 2 weeks later, another $1,000 check. It was huge. Our income went from zero to, I don't know, $3,000 to $5,000 a month, say in 3 months. It happened really, really quickly. And then my life dramatically changed. First, I developed a relationship with a nice guy, somebody who would never have been in my red flag zone in the past. We had similar values. We had similar interests. We could have long discussions about spiritual things. I mean, this guy was cool. He had integrity and emotional honesty. And I was just delighted that I finally found somebody like that. So as we developed this partnership in this business, the business grew. He became involved with the company on the corporate level, and we got additional income, and then were forced to move to Texas. I thought Texas was going to be the most horrible, oppressive environment I'd ever been in. Remember, I was a hippie. So when we moved here, I was able to put my son in an elementary school, and we were doing really, really well in this business. And then the company started paying for us to travel around the world doing trainings. I developed all kinds of skills, like how to do PowerPoints, how to do slides, how to get up in front of an audience and talk. I even learned how to overcome that thing of I had to be obedient and quiet and not be noticed. I learned how to interrupt people and talk to them and get listened to. So our income dramatically grew. We were able to buy a house, and I experienced tremendous success in my 40s. It was good. It was a great era. I encourage anybody that wants to do network marketing to get to know me, to talk with me. Let me see if what I do matches with what your possible skills are and your desires. I know it's not for everybody. As a small business, home business coach, I help people with all kinds of different businesses. It doesn't have to be network marketing. But believe me, when you start to be empowered by working at home, you can change your life and experience dramatic success, which automatically affects your psyche. Another benefit, before I close off today, another benefit of doing this is good network marketing companies have personal growth stuff. They recognize that in order to become successful with your people skills, with your tenacity, with your sales skills, you need to learn how to develop your personal development. Develop your personal development. Anyway, they had super good trainings. I went to all kinds of workshops and courses and learned how to manage all of the damage that had been happening to me. To a great extent. There was more that happened later, but this helped lifted me out of a lot of that PTSD kind of stuff so that I could function in life. And I'm really, really grateful about it. So I had an awesome and blessed 40s. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the 50s and how my life changed as I developed in this business and then started to create my own self-expression, creative self-expression, and live my life purpose.